queens, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. So I got a really good video for you guys today. We're going to be talking all about hair porosity, what that is, some methods that you can use to figure out your hair porosity level, as well as maybe tweaking a few things in your hair care regimen that could be a really big game changer when it comes to overall healthy hair and length retention. So what is porosity? Porosity is how well your hair is not only able to absorb moisture but retain it. And not just moisture, we're talking chemicals, we're talking deep conditioning treatments, oils, whatever you put on your hair. So the hair shaft is made up of cuticles that are layered on top of each other. And so when you have low porosity hair, those cuticles are very close together and very tight knit, making it very hard for products or whatever you put on your hair to penetrate those cuticles. So you have to do things to lift up those cuticles so that whatever you put on your hair can be retained. When you have normal hair, you're good. It's up at the perfect height, making it easy for things to go in, and you're also able to retain it. And then when you have high porosity hair, it's extremely easy for you to absorb it. But the thing is that as soon as it goes in, it's gonna come out because those cuticles are way too high for anything to be retained. If you're having issues with dryness, you probably have low or high porosity hair. If you have high porosity hair, you would use the products. It would be good for maybe a day or so, and then all of a sudden your hair is back dry. When you have low porosity hair, it just seems like it did not work, and you have to do things to help lift up that cuticle. But once you get it in there, once that product has penetrated the hair or the locks, then you're good. So we're not going to talk about the normal porosity hair. You guys are at the perfect level. We're just going to talk about the low and the high because we have the problems, right? So how can you find out your hair's porosity? What is your hair porosity type? There are 3 methods that you can use to figure out your hair's porosity. The first one is the strand test. You can take a loose piece of strand, a shedded piece of hair, or you can just grab a single piece of hair like this. You don't have to pull it out. Just take your fingertips and start at the end of the strand and you rub against the grain. That's going against the cuticle, and you're feeling for any lumps and bumps. If you have lumps and bumps, that means those cuticles are lifted, and most likely you have normal to high porosity hair. If you're doing this and you feel smoothness just like you were going with the grain and it's very smooth, then that means that you have low porosity hair. You also have the water test. For the water test, all you want to do is take a single strand of hair, either from a comb, a shedded piece of hair, or you can just pluck it, and you drop it right on top of the water. Do not push it down or anything, and you want to wait 3 to 5 minutes. If that hair stays at the top of the water, then you have low porosity hair. If it goes down to the middle, it's normal, and if it drops all the way down to the bottom at the end of that time, then you have high porosity hair. And then method number 3 is the skin to hair test. You want to do this typically on a day when you are washing your hair in the shower, and then when you get out, you don't want to towel dry. You just want to wring your hair just a little bit, and while you're washing your face, brushing your teeth, watching some TV, you kind of just want to air dry and observe. So if your skin dries faster than your hair, you have low porosity hair, and if your hair dries faster than your skin, then you have high porosity hair. So now we know what porosity means. We know our level. It's time to build a regimen based off of this information. So starting from the top, with all levels, when you're washing your hair using a shampoo and or conditioner, you want to use sulfate-free products. Sulfate is a very harsh clarifier that chips away at your cuticles. It puts holes in them. You can think of it as pulling a scale out of a fish, and you know how when you do that, that skin is exposed. So that's the same thing that it does. It exposes the cortex of your hair, and it makes it brittle. You're more prone to breakage, dryness. You have all other kind of issues just based off of what you're putting in your hair. So don't use sulfates. If you have, especially if you have locks, if you have problems with buildup, then you can try apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar does the same thing but better because it does not strip your hair. You can apply it to a sulfate-free shampoo, whatever shampoo that you're using. And if you don't want to do that, you can also try using it as a pre-poo diluting apple cider vinegar with water and massaging that into your scalp, massaging that into your roots, getting that buildup, lifting that buildup, lifting those products out of your hair, and then following up with a shampoo and a conditioner if you choose to use a conditioner. When it comes to moisturizing your hair, if you have low porosity hair, I have low porosity hair and I find it beneficial by using heat. So the heat helps lift up those cuticles. It's just like opening your pores. You want to use hot oil treatments, or maybe warming up your conditioners or deep conditioners. If you have high porosity hair, you don't necessarily need to heat things up because your cuticles are automatically lifted up, but you would want to close them. So after you wash your hair, maybe using cold water to help close those cuticles as far as they're going to go down, as well as you would benefit from using leave-in conditioners or a daily moisturizer or something that's on a daily basis, because just as quick as you put it in, it is going to come out, so you're going to have to use it more repeatedly and more often. When it comes to drying your hair, you want to be very careful, and it's very important to know your level of porosity, because if not, you're gonna have these issues. I've been getting a lot of questions like, why are my locks smelling, or why is my hair brittle? And immediately I think about the drying time and their hair porosity. So I have low porous hair, meaning that it takes forever for my hair to get wet when I'm in the shower, and it takes forever for my hair to dry. So when they ask me how long it takes to dry my hair, it takes me 30 to 45 minutes to dry my hair. But if you're a high porous person and you dry your hair for 30 to 45 minutes, you can have damage because it doesn't take that long. You can probably benefit from air drying or blow drying for 5 or 10 minutes. You don't even need to sit underneath the hooded dryer. If it was the opposite and I tried to air dry my hair, being that my hair takes that long to dry underneath assisted drying with that extreme heat, then I would have smelly locks because it takes more for my hair to dry. Those cuticles are too closed, and it's not getting at that moisture, it's not drying it out. I've also been getting a lot of questions, especially in the summertime. People are having issues with very dry locks, or wanting some suggestions as far as the best products to use, and they want a specific name. I try to stay away from specific names just because I know that every hair type is different, especially when it comes to the porosity level. So I do recommend using a natural product, but I know YouTube nowadays is just like a review before you buy. I just want to say that you need to take every review with a grain of salt unless you are looking at the person with your exact hair texture, hair type, including the porosity. For instance, if I'm looking at someone, I need a conditioner, and I'm looking at someone with high porous hair and I have low porous hair, that's not going to help me out at all, because I'm thinking, okay, they have a moisturizing product and they're saying that it doesn't do anything for them, and then I try it and it works for me, or vice versa. I have high porous hair and I'm looking at their hair and it's working wonders for their hair. It's just like, oh, this product is good, this is the best product ever. And then I have high porous hair and I try it and my hair is dry within, the next day or so, and I'm looking like that product did not work. They must be sponsored, blah, 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 blah. And really, it's not even the product, it's my hair. It depends on my hair type. That's why it's important to know your hair type specifically and build a regimen based off of your hair type. Just do what your hair likes, and in order for you to do what your hair likes and build the best regimen for your hair type is by finding out these things. So I hope this video helped you out. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave that in the comments box below. Thank you guys so much for watching. So until next time, be you, be beautiful, be blessed.